Councillor Perks.
Thank you, Speaker. I want to start by acknowledging the work of our top 4 public servants on this report. It's rare we get a report signed by all 4 of them, and it's rarer still that we have one that is of such grave importance and such clarity as this one. They've told us a number of things that we have to bear in mind. They've told us we have a capital program that is, frankly, 2/3 of it's public transit, and most of the rest of it is public housing, which we have no visible way of paying for. $30 billion, no way to pay for. And from the answers given by the city manager, it's very clear his strong sense is we would need a new revenue tool to pay for that. And that's similar to some of the things the mayor has talked about in terms of us having a city building fund. We do need to put aside money specifically for the building of the city. And most of us seem to have heard that. What disappoints me, though, is the lengths that some members of this council will go to overlook the other strong message that's in that report. You heard it from the city manager very clearly when I was asking him questions. The arithmetic makes it clear. We have a very stark choice. We make deep service cuts, or we increase the property tax, or maybe move something between them. And I see the mayor shaking his head, and I know he would love that not to be the case, but nevertheless, that's how the city manager answered my question. The extent to which members of this council will avoid that truth is very disappointing. And some of the things that are said in order to avoid that truth, I think, need to be challenged right now. It's too bad that Councillor de Beermaker hasn't got up and given his annual speech about how wonderful our water department is and how inexpensive it is for Torontonians to get water delivered just to their house. It's always a highlight in the council budget debate. I won't refer to all of the very vivid images he uses, but the point he makes is very simple. If each of us had to provide our own water, if we had to buy it at the store and bring it home, or if we had to contract some private person to truck it up from Lake Ontario, it would be much more expensive than when we all pitch in together and build an infrastructure that treats the water and delivers the water to our house for pennies a day. The simple fact of the matter is that for almost all of the services we deliver, Torontonians save money because we do it together. When we collect taxes to provide the resources for many of the natural monopolies we operate, transportation, water, fire services, all of those kinds of programs, we save people money. That's why I was so heartened when the chair of the board for CARP, the Association of Retired Persons, made the very strong point at Executive Committee that seniors benefit when we pay taxes because it gives them more options in life and provides them better services, many of which save them money. This myth, this rhetoric, this framing, this deceit that is practiced on Torontonians when people only represent taxes as being a cost that people can't bear must end. We must point out to people that when we pay in together, we benefit. We save money when we pay taxes. There's an exercise Deputy Mayor Joe Pantalone taught me to do with my constituents when they are bringing their property tax bill, and I do it to this day. I go down the list of our main services and I say, how much would you be prepared to pay a month for private fire insurance? So some company would come put the fire out at your house if it happened. What would you pay for private security? How much would you pay for someone to deliver water to your house? You go through the list of the services we deliver. What would you pay to have an ambulance on call waiting for you? You go through the list, and that number always adds up to more than what people currently pay in taxes. It's a very simple exercise. And I ask all of you, when the next report comes, when we finally start narrowing down our approach on this very serious problem we have, don't tell Torontonians that we can't afford to pay taxes and they can't afford to pay taxes. Be clear with them. We save money when we do things together. It's more efficient. Given a choice, and the city manager has made it very clear, between cutting those services that save you money and actually paying the full cost of them. something we haven't done in years, stand up and, like the budget chief said, although in a different context, do be adults. Do tell people the services that make this city run cost money, and that you're going to bring them the facts and encourage them to pay for the services that make their lives better.
Thank you, Councillor Perks.